Welcome to what should be a fantastic close to the MAC football season as we crown a champion in the MAC Conference Championship game. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well. So the stakes have never been higher. And we'll see the number 14 team in the country, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 11th ranked team, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. First down here for this offense. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Heading left after the handoff. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a first down.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game. Boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
That's a solid run. Good for first down yardage. To throw, it's Barnes. He's going for a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. Across the 40. At the 20. Inside the 10. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. You're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own off.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii. And they'll set up now for the extra point try. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Utah State offense out there. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. First down now. Handoff from the shotgun. Takes off in the clear. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain in the first down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, You throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, 3rd down, and you're able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, that's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. The Rainbows offense back on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job. You can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Now it's 2nd down here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's found some room at the 45. And they're able to get him down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, enough for a first down. Stopped at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Boy, the defense was in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Important 2nd down play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
And the wideout goes in motion. Can he make it to the marker? Moves the football to the 30. Good enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And the Rainbow Warriors begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And now the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Trucks through the defender. Physical run earns the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. And out comes the field goal unit. And it's good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So they settle for 3, and now the kickoff. We'll see if the opposing offense has enough time to answer before halftime. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Aggies offense is back on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Looking downfield, it's Barnes. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. No huddle here for the offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Running past the 45. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. Just ran away from the defense.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read. Puts the ball where his man can make a play on it. And they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Now the all-important extra point. And there's the point after. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Hawaii offense back out there. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fighting off the defender. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Gotta give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Empty backfield. Offense spreading the field with 5 wide. They look to throw it here on second down. Ball is incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's third down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
He's going to take off here.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary, and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
The Rainbow Warriors getting set on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Ball handed off. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback, told us about the receivers, and how they're going to throw the football. Man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around.
Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And they go in front here in the second half. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good, so they're in front now, 17-10. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Utah State's offense back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Now they'll run it on the toss. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crossing the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
Chris, how about that? This guy is a blur with a football in his hands. He gets one block out in front of him. It seems like he's setting a new speed barrier.
The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the run, it's Allen. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a 4th down. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. And someone moved this a bit too early, and it cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that is no good. And after the miss, still down by 7.
It's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they're moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shakes it.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. They're going to run it here. The gain moves the ball to the 34. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Try and muscle for the 1st down. Runs right over the defender. He has 1st down yardage.
Sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
And tackled after a small pickup there.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Quarterback now all alone in the backfield. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And on the carry, he's heading left. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Penalty sets him back, makes it 1st and long. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Can they keep this drive going, trying to convert on 3rd down now? And they pick up the first on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. He missed it. Field goal, no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Launching downfield. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they stop the clock with a timeout, 9 seconds remaining. Second down play coming up. The DB's backing off from the line now. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Special seasons have a way of bringing out the best in teams. Now they can call themselves champions of the MAC. Not easy to do. But we'll have to wait and see if the committee invites